Hey everybody, welcome back. So once you have Atom installed, it should look something like this when you open it. Now yours is going to look a little bit different. For one, it won't have this to the left here yet. But what you can see is when you open this, it gives you a couple options here. You can open a project, you can choose a new theme, whatever. You can customize the styling. We're not really going to mess with that right now. You're welcome to if you'd like. And once we start making projects, if you wanted to open them there, you can. But for now, let's just close these, and you'll see they're tabs that you can just hover over, and the X will show up, and you can just close it. Now this here, this is different, and what this is this is actually our project folder. How I mentioned that Atom is really good at allowing you to maintain files, well they are, and right from within the editor. So what you have to do is go to File, Open Folder, and then go somewhere on your hard drive or a thumb drive or wherever you're going, and just choose which folder you want, and then hit Select Folder. And that's going to open up the folder. Now it looks like there's nothing in this folder because there is nothing. So when we want to get started programming, what we're going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to hit New File. And it's going to ask us here for the path of the new file. Basically it just wants a file name. So we're going to type index.html and we're going to hit enter, and there it is. So now it has created that in the folder for us. It's also on the hard drive. So if I go to open folder again, I click on this. Oh, you won't see it because it's just in the folder. So let me see here. So as you can see here, it created the index.html file under the JS course folder that I created. So once you did that, it also brought up the editor window here where we can start programming this particular file. Now what we want is we want a plain basic HTML file. Now with Atom, if you already have a file saved, so in this case we created and saved it. It can't be an untitled. It has to be saved. If you type HTML and just hit enter, it will automatically create a blank HTML document with the specific tags that you need to get started. So what we want to do is between the title tags here, we're just going to type JavaScript tutorial. And then what happens if we want to start programming JavaScript? Well, if you're familiar with HTML, which you should be if you're doing this tutorial, you'll know what the body tag is, and the body tag is where the body for your website would go. So in order to program in JavaScript, we can just start typing script in here, and it'll open and close the script tags. You must have open and closing tags. Now this kind of did it an old style. You don't have to keep this type equals text JavaScript if you don't want to. And a matter of fact, just to clean up the code a little bit, I'm going to delete that, but you're welcome to keep it if you would like. So now that I have an opening script tag and a closing script tag, I can start doing JavaScript. So one of the first things I want to show you is something called a comment. If you're a programmer already, you'll know what a comment is. If you're not, basically what a comment is it allows you to write yourself or any other programmers you're working with notes within your code without the software actually reading it as a line of code. So basically it will be ignored by the web browser and won't show up at all within your web page. Now for JavaScript, there's two different ways we can do comments. The first thing we can do is we can do // this is a comment. Now this kind will only work on one line. If I come down here and start typing things, it would give me an error because or when I go to run the page, it won't give me an error. It'll show up on the page like that, and then it'll also throw a JavaScript error if you look at the console, which you'll see later on. So the other way you can do it is if you want to do multi-line comments, you can do /*, and I'll go down here, do */. Now this is just like the tags, how you have to open and close them. For the multi-line comments, you open and close them. Now I can start typing here, or I can start typing here, but I can put this is line 1, this is line 2, and I can just keep going and going and going. And so if I really need to put some detailed instructions in my code, this is how I would want to do it. Okay, so now that we got the editor set up and we got started and we got comments out of the way, I'll see you in the next video.